Welcome everybody, welcome back to the Ghost Encounters of the Third Kind podcast. Tonight we're going to be talking about cryptozoology. What's cryptozoology, I hear you ask? Well, I'm going to tell you now what cryptozoology is. But I'm going to ask everybody if they're okay first. Everyone all right?
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
thank you.
All good, yeah.
Very good. Right, I don't really know what cryptozoology is, but you think of the Loch Ness Monster, you think of the Mothman, werewolves, even an owl man I've seen today. So what's everybody think of them? Nick?
You've actually seen an owl man today?
No.
Oh, okay.
I've seen an owl because I've got two owls, and I've probably seen a man, but I haven't seen an owl man.
You are the owl man.
I am the owl man, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Nick the owl man, we call you.
That's it.
That's what we call you.
And that was in Norfolk in 1976. I'll have you know. So I would have just been an owl boy then.
Yeah, but talking of owls, right? I heard this story,
Go on.
and it was called something like a devil owl. I think it was in Australia, and what it was is they reported this owl to have red eyes and a glow. And
A glow?
It was a glowing owl.
Like a ready brick glow.
Yeah, but apparently the outcome was that where these owls nested, they nested in a place where there was bats, and there was something to do with the bats that dropped on the owls and made them glow in the dark. It wasn't paranormal or nothing like that.
All right. So that was
Sounded
a
a bit like the coronavirus.
Yeah, could have been, yeah.
Probably was.
Is that where it come from?
Yeah.
The owls?
Bird flu.
Bird flu. Anyway, that was, yeah. So that was a load of rubbish
It
then.
was a load of rubbish, yeah.
Right, so.
Probably like the rest of them.
Like the rest
to
of
be
them,
honest.
yeah. So what do you think? Do these cryptids exist, or everybody?
Well, I think,
I'd like to think that the Loch Ness Monster exists.
yeah, there's some that are more likely than others, I suppose.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they've got to come from somewhere, haven't they? Why are all these people saying that they're seeing the same thing in certain areas? I mean, what is it they're seeing? Is it a hybrid of two animals that they've got to be seeing something, surely? Why are all these people making all these stories up?
There's a lot of strange people out there, aren't there?
Well, shall we just have a let's look at Bigfoot, because everybody knows Bigfoot, don't they?
Is Bigfoot the same as the abominable?
Abominable.
Oh my days. Abominable.
Snowman.
Snowman.
I think they're just
Stroke Yeti.
just different flavours, aren't they?
I think
So it is one of the
different
same.
areas call it different things, don't they? So
Thank
you've
God you
got
haven't got to say
Yeti,
the abominable
Bigfoot,
snowman.
Slow Man,
Where does he live then?
I've only had a cup of tea.
Sasquatch, that's another name. So
Janu.
yeah,
Oh.
don't talk about that.
No.
So what do we think about Bigfoot?
Yeah, I
think
think
it's-
I
yeah.
think it exists.
A possibility there, Yvonne.
No, I don't.
To be honest.
Dimensional, I reckon he comes from a different dimension,
Well,
I reckon.
it all depends what you think he is, doesn't it, really?
Yeah.
Do you think he's a mammal?
Well,
Or is he this...
some cultures believe that it's a shape-shifting type of guardian of the forests kind of thing. So, I mean, some cultures think it's quite a spiritual being. Others think that it's probably just some sort of ape that's gone.
knocks on trees?
The native Indians really believed.
Yes.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
And why do we think that it does not exist, rather than talking about why we think it does?
Right. I know they're always living in big forests and woods like that, but eventually you'd see them, wouldn't you? You don't see any remains. I know you can say, well, and if they're as intelligent as people say they are, Do they bury the dead?
Well,
do they eat the dead? I mean, what happens with the dead
Okay, so
corpses?
we all know that there's bears, don't we?
Yeah.
And there's many, many, many bears. Do you know that it's very rare to find a bear carcass?
We aren't talking about bears.
I'm just, well, it's very, very rare to find a bear carcass.
Right,
Very
okay.
rare. And we know they exist, and there's thousands
but
of
you
them
see
out
them,
there.
don't you?
Well, you see a bear.
So you know they exist.
Well, what, in a zoo?
No, in the woods.
People can walk around forests and woods where they're prevalent and not see one. You don't have to see them just because they're there. We know that they're there. So if these Bigfoot do exist, in relevance to numbers, if you very rarely find a bear carcass, why would you find a Bigfoot carcass? And,
But normal people see bears all the time, don't they, when they're camping and hunting?
But people see Bigfoot when they're camping and hunting. It's just people don't believe
Do
them.
they?
I think they do.
Do
People
you?
just don't tend to believe them.
Why aren't Attenborough got him on his? What's he done? Because he's got loads of bears on his channel.
Do you
hasn't
think
he?
they're like a bit of a predator? You know the film Predator,
Yeah.
where you can just see an outline, or because you said about shape shifting, did you not, Marie?
I did, yeah.
Do you think they're a bit like that?
And some people believe that they're sort of like an interdimensional thing that can come in and out of our plane, and
That's what I believe.
yeah.
That's probably more believable.
Because a lot of
Funny
people,
enough.
a lot of people see them with UFO sightings.
Yeah.
They see both at the same time, a UFO and a Bigfoot. And a lot of people have reported that they make a strange noise, and some people say that's the noise that they make to like open the portal. You know this, and if you've watched Star Wars,
But like,
no, you know what the noise that Chewbacca makes.
yeah.
That noise. That's what people is. So whether they've taken that from real life and put it into Star Wars, you just don't know.
Is
do
that
you?
what Chewbacca is? A Bigfoot?
Well,
Oh,
he's
it could
big
be.
and hairy, isn't he?
Yeah.
So you don't believe that it could be an unidentified species of ape or anything, but it's more likely that they're interdimensional and shape-shifting type things.
I think we
Listen,
just see
yeah.
a big hairy man. I think we just see a big hairy ape-like thing, and just connect it with a chimpanzee or an ape or something like that. I think do we kind of put them intelligently below a human being, which I suppose you just automatically your mind does because you know.
But the height they say ranges between 6 foot and 15 foot. That's blinking massive.
Actually, saw a thing last
15
night.
foot.
Actually, the space between the footprints that somebody found yesterday. No, didn't find it yesterday. I watched it yesterday. It said it had to been at least. They were 6 foot apart. So they said it had to been at least 15 foot high for unless it was running.
Unless skipping. It
Yeah,
might have
could
been
have been
skipping.
skipping. Yeah, could have been skipping. What do we think it is then? Is it, if it's a light being, is it just taking a form? Can it take other forms, do you think? Or is it just an overgrown monkey? Or
I don't know. If it was a light beam, why would it always choose a big?
smelly thing?
Well,
Because I reckon, well, the people that have seen it saying it really smells, doesn't it? As well. If you're going to choose something, wouldn't you? To be something nice, wouldn't you? I'd have thought. This is another thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know.
nice.
I think it's the lady that does the doctors, Maria. I don't really know how to say her name. Dr. Mare, I think her name is, who did all the Bigfoot stuff on the TV. Tested some, I don't know if it was some droppings or if it was some hair or something that she found. I'm certain that they had it DNA tested and it came out with some primate DNA in there, and it was in an area that there was, that primates don't live and exist. So that, I think that was quite strange. Yeah.
There's too many sightings, though, to say. There seems to be. The more when you're reading, when you're looking on the internet, there's a lot of sightings for it to not, for the not to be something.
And they're all very similar.
Yeah, they are the same sort of. It's like with any cryptid, really, isn't it? It's they're being spotted all the time, aren't they? All over the world. And what's good about it, I think, is it isn't an isolated thing. I mean, even in Britain, there's been there's been sightings, haven't there? South America, North America is more prominent, I think, isn't it? But
I think probably the Bigfoot is the most cited cryptid, would you say?
a lot of lake monsters are, aren't they, as well? But I'd say, yeah, probably are. Is it because people are game walking in the woods on their own? And
I think it's probably because they're reported to live in a wider area as well, isn't it? I mean, if we're looking at something like the Loch Ness Monster, it's just in that one loch, isn't it? Where Bigfoot are reported to live in vast areas over, America and Alaska and Canada and all around. So
we've only got one. Is there one video that they think is genuine? That the famous video that you see of him walking.
Yeah.
Patterson.
Everybody said it was fake, didn't they?
Yeah.
It was all fake, and even I think they must have said at some point. But now they've analysed it, and they're saying that because everybody thought it was a bloke in a suit, didn't they? But now they're saying by doing the video and they're stopping it, they can see the muscles and the legs.
And they're also saying that on the year that it was taken, I don't know offhand what year it was done, but they were saying that the materials weren't available then to make that fur look, the movement of the fur, the materials weren't available back then. So it would have been almost impossible to fake that the year that it was taken. So I think now they're going towards, and yes, they're saying that they can see muscle. They've also said that they can tell it's a female because of the breasts that they could see on the video as well. So they've analysed it, and I think they're saying that that's genuine footage. So
I'd like to see footage of more than one. Together, But hey, let's face it, it's no more unbelievable than other stuff, is it? No.
No.
Well, the Mothman with massive big wings and red eyes.
Yeah.
That's another massive...
There's been lots of reports of the Mothman.
Yeah.
I think it's really interesting of where they're coming from, though. Why are people... I think you've said it before, Nick, when people are reporting whether it's any kind of paranormal encounter, they just get ridiculed for it.
Yeah,
so why are these people coming out and saying that they're seeing these unbelievable monsters to be ridiculed? If they're seeing something, surely something's going on.
Yeah it is. An instance with that is I watched it a few times, Hallier.
Yeah.
And when they started questioning people, no, we've seen nothing. But after they've been talking to them for about 10 or 15 minutes, and they knew they weren't reporters, and they were just doing an investigation, then they started telling them stories of stuff, didn't they?
Yeah. I just don't understand what people have to gain by saying, what did you see, Nick? You saw something, didn't you? Did you see a big cat?
Oh, yeah. Well, Lisa did, didn't she? But a big cat, I don't see how that's a cryptid. That could have just been somebody could have kept one 10 years ago and let it go.
Perhaps fell off the back of his motorbike.
Well, yeah, you never know. That was a weird story, yeah. Because...
Go on, tell us it.
Right, okay.
Go on.
Right, the theory is that a Bigfoot, or as they called in this country, a Zanu or a Janu, can shapeshift into different animals. And they'd say one of these animals it shapeshifts into is a black panther. Well, one afternoon we were driving local to us, and we come round this bend. It was in the country lanes, and as we went past this opening in the woods, Lisa said, "I've just seen a black panther." I said, "Never." She said, "Oh, I've just seen a black panther there." So we drove down the road, and I stopped and I turned round, And as I turned round, came back, because obviously I'm going to try and have a look for this. Just as we come up to this bend, this motorbike, come round the corner, flipped up in the air, landed in a ditch, and his bike landed on top of him. Now, if we hadn't turned around, that guy would have been in this ditch and nobody would have seen him. So I told this story to somebody who believes in Xanu and Bigfoot, and he says that was the Xanu telling you to turn around and sort of so something was going to happen, if you know what I mean. You know, it was giving you a sign that something's going to happen. But if she hadn't seen that, I wouldn't have turned around, and that guy could have been dead in a ditch because you couldn't see him from the road.
But is there not something also what people know as the hellhounds?
Yeah.
Which are like a black dog.
Yeah.
That are supposedly meant to be seen before a death or before a trauma,
Right,
or
yeah.
you know, that kind of thing.
Could have been that sort of thing, yeah. But she was adamant at the time that said, she said, stop, I've just seen a Black Panther. I said, get lost. She says, I'm telling you now, I've just seen a Black Panther. So that's where we went down. I never saw it, but doesn't mean she didn't see it.
No.
You know.
But I mean, is it Exmoor where there's supposed to be the Beast of Exmoor and that kind of thing? I mean,
Bodmin and that, yeah.
Is it widely known that, I know they're not native in the wild, but you know, are there reports of these panthers going missing, escaping from zoos? Have we actually got reports like that?
So. We had years and years ago, but them pictures I've seen of the Beast of Bodmin is definitely a big cat. Definitely a big cat. You can tell how the tail goes and everything. So as far as I'm concerned, it's just got to be an escapee.
Yeah, but how many escapees can there be, Nick? I mean, cats don't live for years and years, and sightings have been reported over a long period of time. Can't be the same cat still alive, surely. You know, so how many escapees can there be?
I don't know. Could have let two go, couldn't he? And they mated. Because they do live a while, don't they?
How long's a while?
I don't know. A normal cat can live to about 20 years. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So what else have we got then? Loch Ness?
Loch Ness.
Yeah,
Loch Ness?
Yeah.
Nessie.
I used to love the Loch Ness Monster story, but now I just can't see it.
No.
So I'm getting it now with a bit of science.
It's a ghost.
It could well be. So if there's the thing that's perceived as a Loch Ness Monster, it's like dinosaur-like. Yeah? Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. I'm not saying do you believe it's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Like a plesiosaur or something like that. Something like that.
Now it's said, because they existed 60-odd million years ago, they say now a dinosaur wouldn't be able to exist because the oxygen level isn't high enough for them to exist now. Then they're saying when they existed 60-odd million years ago, the oxygen level in the air was 35%, and now it's only 21% because of the size of them. That's why they're saying all the dinosaurs were that much bigger than what animals are today. Something to do with the oxygen.
Well, everything
level.
was bigger, wasn't it? The plants were bigger.
Everything.
So does that count for creatures that live underwater?
Do they not change though
I don't know.
with the surroundings
I don't know.
over time?
But it's always seen popping up into it, so you don't see many fish doing that, do you?
There can't
So
just be one
obviously
though,
it needs
surely.
oxygen, doesn't it?
Yeah.
There will never be just one though down there, would there? Surely.
No. Well, not for this long. It wouldn't be able. Well, I mean, how long does a dinosaur live? I don't know.
Well, we've had no sightings for a long time, have we?
Yeah. So you'd think it's if it's seen today, you'd think it was a different one that was seen 60 years ago. I don't know.
So what are some of the reasons for the sightings have been? Giant sturgeons, giant eels. But I mean, I don't think a sturgeon as
You can
big as
get
it
'em.
is. They don't have long necks. They don't have giraffe necks, do they?
No.
Sturgeons
You get
don't.
giant sturgeon, you can get giant eels, but they're not as big as what,
No.
squids eating ships. That don't happen, does it? I mean, they're big, aren't they? The giant squid, but they're not big
Doesn't
enough to eat a
happen.
ship.
No.
That doesn't happen.
I don't know.
So I think
But either way, even if it's something out of the ordinary, whether that be just due to the size, people are seeing something.
yeah,
So when we're saying it's a Loch Ness monster, there is a monster of some sort living in Loch Ness. Doesn't necessarily have to be cryptid-like or paranormal-like. It could just be a monster fish or a monster eel. So there's,
Or when obviously we've talked about this before, like time slips and stuff. Maybe it could be a time slip from.
yeah. That's a good look. No, that's really good, isn't it?
You know, if you can go walk down Bond Street and
Yes.
see a time slip go inside a shop and see loads of old stuff. And
Is it
why
Bond
can't-
Street? Is it Bold Street?
Bold Street.
Bold
Yeah.
Street.
So that's like
Yeah.
50 years, but mind you, if it can happen 50 years, it could probably happen
Why
60
not?
odd million.
Yeah, but are they that old though?
I don't
'Cause
know.
There's pictures of people riding
Oh, God,
dinosaurs and
no.
stuff.
No, here we go, flat
Isn't
earth. Yeah, it's only 3,000 years old.
No, it isn't. I don't believe that.
No.
And then the other thing is, what did you say, Nick? A ghost. A
Could
ghost
that
of a
could
dinosaur.
Very well be.
Like a residual.
Yeah. The good thing is, I saw something on Loch Ness. As you listeners might gather, I do watch a lot of television. Anyway, they did a test on a log in the middle of Loch Ness.
Yeah.
And it's like sightings. Yeah, I saw that over there, and that was like 50 foot long. And they'd put logs in the middle of the lake of Loch Ness, in the middle of the loch, and they were 6 foot, this log was. And when this person was looking at it, says, how long do you think that is? 25 foot. So people could be saying they've seen this thing massive, and it could have just been a sturgeon or an eel. You know?
It's the head and the neck coming up out the water, though, that stops me from thinking.
But the most classic one is a fake. You can tell it's a fake because it's a little model, because the waves don't correspond with the thing itself.
Yeah.
The waves are massive compared to the head, you know. I mean, I hope it exists for him who sat up there making all their models, you know what I mean?
It's made him a lot of money, whatever it
He's
is.
had a good life. When he sat by, that'll be you in your camper van, Nick, somewhere
what I'll do.
making Sasquatch.
What?
Or a
Sweat
abominable snowman.
Oh, you said it. Nick
Didn't
can say
did
it.
you?
Nick can say it.
You got to find somewhere snowy
Say it
there
again.
for that abominable snowman.
I'm not saying it again. I'm not even going to attempt to.
So what else have we got cryptid-wise? What about the chupacabra? What do we think this may be? So this is something, I think it translates into, I think it's goat sucker. Because they found a lot of livestock that were basically bled dry with two small incisions, almost sort of vampire-like. And I think the chupacabra is described as being almost, I suppose, like a lizard man type of thing. Puerto Rico area, I think that one is. Yeah. So
Does it stay in that area? Is it fixed to that area?
I'm not aware, obviously I'm not an expert, but I'm not aware of one being reported in a different
Because they say
country,
it
in a
comes from the
different
sky,
area.
don't they? It swoops from the sky.
Chupacabra?
Yeah.
Really?
A flying
Oh,
lizard person.
Faye, yeah.
I don't know.
No, not
So I mean,
I
if
don't
things
know.
if things are being, if wild stock are being livestock, are being found bled dry with two round incisions. I mean, what?
I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't go up to anything that sucks a goat.
You wouldn't what, sorry?
Go up to anything that sucks on a goat. I don't know. Is there anything, I don't know, does anybody actually believe in any of them? Cryptos?
Yeah, Bigfoot, believe in
Yeah.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, you do.
I believe that there's something. I don't necessarily believe that it's a flying lizard man with fangs, but I believe there must be something. There must be something that people are seeing. There's got to be something that's causing this damage and these deaths to animals. There's something, isn't there? Something that's we're probably not aware of, or like I say, some hybrid, or that there's something in these stories, isn't there? Surely.
A lot of them are connected with aliens as well, or they, like I say, they reckon there's like a connection with the Mothman, where there's alien sightings, and can it chase? Is it Pigman, is it, or something?
Yeah.
And but a lot of them, a lot of sightings, Zanny, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it, or where there's UFO sightings. So do you think can be coming with them? Do you think they're bringing stuff with them? Aliens, if they exist, if you think an alien is, I don't know, from another planet or from another dimension.
So we're talking aliens bringing their animals and dropping them off here.
Well,
One of the sightings says that it left a puddle of slime on the windowsill.
Of what?
This what is it?
Chupacabra.
Struggling
Chupacabra.
So it left slime
Cooper
on it.
Leaper. This chupacabra. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't come across that before. Anyway, I haven't seen
No.
it.
I mean, I think pretty much every country's got a cryptid.
Oh yeah,
haven't they?
definitely.
And a lot of it will probably stem back from mythology, but a lot of myths stem from reality somewhere along the line, don't they? So, I think pretty much every country's got their own little cryptid somewhere or other.
I mean, the most famous, I don't know, werewolf? Is that a cryptid?
Do you believe in werewolves?
No.
I don't know. Is
Werewolves,
werewolf? I don't know if werewolf would be. I mean, are there sightings of werewolves? Do people report seeing them?
There used to be, aren't there? But there isn't many now. But, I'm sorry. It is a full moon tonight, actually. So you could encounter one on the way home. I don't know.
I don't know if werewolves would be. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I put werewolves in the category of vampires, and
Right.
yeah.
But they are fairy, aren't they?
Apparently.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Yeah, they are. So we summarise from this then that we probably think that some, if not all, there's something to some. They can't all be made up, can they?
No, I believe people are seeing something.
But we don't seem to have had many sightings recently, do we? No one seems to be reporting these.
They've all
do
got
they?
COVID.
Well, they've had lockdown,
Well,
haven't
through
they?
lockdown, you'd think they'd be out a bit more, wouldn't you?
Well, we couldn't go out, could you, at some point? So all the cryptids
They
had to stop in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I'd have to. Lisa's seen a Black Panther, and I believe she's seen the Black Panther, and we turned around, and that happened, what was said earlier. I've never seen one myself, anything like that. I'd like to see one. So until I actually see something,
Like that.
I can't really say.
Have you seen anything?
No.
I haven't. I don't know anybody else apart from you with the black cat. No one's ever said, I've seen this, that and the other.
I know people that have seen UFOs, but that's another programme.
Yeah,
I've seen.
we've seen
UFOs.
UFOs.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to do one on UFOs and probably synchronicities,
Yeah,
because
that's
we
a good
like
one.
those, don't we?
Yeah. Synchronicities are good. We encounter. I personally in my house encounter them every single day.
Synchronicities.
It's absolutely ridiculous. She is absolutely ridiculous. The stuff that she comes out with is just mental. So, but that can be for another program. Yeah. Anyway, cryptids don't exist, unless you believe they do. I just thought I'd put this one forward because I like the word cryptozoology.
Is it just because you like the word?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. So.
But we're not knocking anybody that does believe in them. We're not knocking anybody that's witnessed anything.
No,
we're
it's
all
sort of 50-50 here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some believe, some.
Yeah, as we've said before, we're all open to accepting things and hearing about things and looking into the possibility.
We've got an email address.
Yeah,
haven't we?
we'd like to
we
hear
definitely,
people's story,
if people have got stories.
I'll just say before we wrap it up, I think personally, there's more chance of something like that existing in the sea, deep down, than on land. Yeah. Are you with me? Something.
Because there's more down there that's never been explored, isn't there?
And never will be, will it?
No.
Yeah.
No, they know more about the moon,
Yeah.
moon.
Let's not go there. Not on this one.
The full hologram is tonight.
Yeah, it's a great big hologram. They must have changed the batteries.
Yes.
So again, if anybody wants to get in touch with us, give us your opinions on anything that we've talked about. If you've got any questions, any experiences you want to share with us, anything at all, what's the email address, Nick?
contact@ghostencounters.org.
That's great. And also you can message us on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got Instagram up and running. Yeah.
YouTube. You can find all the links to that on the Facebook page. I think I've posted them.
Oh, that'll be interesting. On YouTube, they can send videos in if they've got anything as well, can they?
Yeah. Well, we are hoping to do this as a video. We're going to put pictures up. That's what our original intention was, but as you can see, we're just getting used to the equipment and it's one step at a time.
And we're also hoping to bring you on quite soon on location somewhere.
Yeah. That's another thing that we wanted to do with this podcast is go on location with it. I don't know if it's been done before. Kind of a half serious podcast on an investigation. We try to be serious about both, but it might just turn into...
We like having a laugh though, don't we?
Is. I mean, we're interested in everything paranormal, but predominantly it's investigating spirits. I like to call it ghost hunting, but I know...
Paranormal investigating.
The posh ones
posh one. So it'd be interesting to do a few experiments that we can do on the podcast. Obviously, we can't...
A few ghost boxes we can do.
Yeah, do ghost
boxes.
boxes.
It's going to have to be auditory stuff, isn't it? Obviously, rather over visual stuff. But
or we could all shout, "We've just seen a ghost."
Yes.
We'll just have to imagine it.
Just imagine it. Yeah. Hey, I've been on a few like that, mate. So.
Human pendulum.
No, let's not go there. So I think on the next episode
we'll see you.
Yeah.
Well, you'll hear us. Don't see us.
Yeah, so I think that's... is that about it for this one then, yeah?
Yeah.
I think
so what
so.
are we going to do on the next one?
Sorry, on the next one, I think we're going to be discussing haunted objects and attachments and that kind of thing, and what we think about that.
Yeah,
very good.
Sound.
Okay.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so we see you all next time, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for
Thank
listening.
you. Goodbye.
Bye.